This scandal happened under your watch. I want that to sink in. It did. I have a very simple question. Do you all accept, you individually, accept responsibility for this scandal, or do you think there was nothing you could do to prevent it? Mr. Fehr, why don't you go first?
Thank you, Representative. I'm thinking a minute because I don't want to, I could talk for a long time in response to that question, and I know we don't want to do that. Let me simply say as follows. If the question is, did we or did I appreciate the depth of the problem prior to the time that we began to work on it hard, the answer is no. If the question is, should we have, perhaps we should have. It's a failure that we didn't, and it's a failure that I didn't. We can't change that. There were a lot of things going on, but if your question more generally is, do the individuals who have responsibility for negotiating the agreements on both sides bear responsibility for what took place for a failure to get at it sooner, as I indicated in my opening statement? Of course we do.
Mr. Selig?
Sure. What I would say to you is as I said in my statement, I've thought about this thousands of times. I've been in this sport all my adult life. I agonize over that because I consider myself, in the end, a baseball man. In the 90s, you know, hindsight is always very beneficial. I watch things. I've reread all the articles that Senator Mitchell had. I take responsibility for everything, so let's understand that. I take it, for all the good things that have happened to make the sport as popular as it is today, and when we talk about something like this, there's no question about that. I've agonized. But I would also remind you that, and who knows how long this has gone on. The senator said over 20 years, which is well before me. I was then the owner of the Milwaukee Brewers. We have come a long way in a difficult environment. My minor league program, Congressman, is going into its 8th year. So all the great young players in this sport have now been tested 8 years. And do I wish we had reacted quicker? Should we have? Yes, one can make a compelling case. And I do a lot of introspective thinking, and I'll second guess myself. But as far as responsibility, of course, all of us have to take responsibility, starting with me.